It's 2024 and this is the year where you're gonna pass the FE exam. It's time that you get started. Even if you failed this exam 1 time, 2 times, 5, 10, 20 times, or maybe you've been out of school 5, 10, 20 years. Maybe you have a busy schedule, you work full time, you have a family to take care of. Even with all of that, you're still more than capable of doing whatever it takes of building a solid, quality, steady routine as you prepare for your FE exam in 2024. And I've bet you've done hard things like this in the past. You've done harder things where you have to stay persistent. You have to stay determined. You have to have a vision of a career that you want to build for yourself. You have to put in the hard work and you have to be patient, and you do have to slow it down when it's needed to not overwhelm yourself. You will do all of that. You will adapt, you will adjust, and you will build those solid, quality study habits. This is your year and it's time that you get started. I want to help you get started today. I want you to start thinking about the quality material you're going to use to study. I want you to start thinking about the specific topics you're going to study and how much time are you going to allocate for each topic. I want you to start thinking about your study routine and your study structure. Where will you study? What time of day will you study? And what environment are you going to create around yourself to ensure that you're not getting easily distracted, that allows you to put in quality study time? And most importantly, I want you to start building a study plan. If you're preparing for your 2024 Civil FE exam, you can start preparing today by downloading the PDF Direct Hub Civil FE Exam Study Planner. Don't worry, this has the latest Civil FE exam specifications. It's always updated and it has the latest, most advanced study tips that you can apply on your exam day. You can download that in the link below. And if you're doing the other disciplines, I won't leave you hanging. So we have a topic checklist. You can download this below as well. So this is going to be for the mechanical, environmental, FE other disciplines. And for the civil, if you like a digital format like an Excel sheet, you can also download that below. That has a weekly planner and a calendar as well, and a topic checklist. Let's look at what's inside this Civil FE Exam Study Planner. So we have the Civil FE Exam Study Planner. Again, you can sign up for the link below and you're going to get it emailed to you in a PDF format. So we have the latest 2024 specifications. So here's About Me section. I'm Farouk, founder, tutor at directhub.net. I've been helping students pass their FE exam for the past 3 years, focusing on the Civil FE exam. If you need anything, need help with anything, you can always contact me and I'll make sure to get your questions answered and to help you kickstart your FE exam preparation journey. You can count on me anytime you need anything and anytime you have questions about the FE exam. So what we have also is a QR code. It's about my website. You can actually scan that with a phone and it'll take you to a link for my Civil FE exam review course, updated for 2024. It's going to cover everything, concepts, lots of practice problems, and it's going to be the only resource you need to prepare with and to help you build your confidence to give this exam your 100% best. That's the only course you need for the Civil FE exam. So here there's a section about the exam. So we know it's going to have a 2-minute disclosure tutorial. The exam time is 5 hours and 20 minutes. We have to know that. So we have to break up the time between that 5 hours and 20 minutes. So I suggest looking at these just to know the exam day structure or the exam day timing. So if we go down now, the important part. So we have math and statistics. So this is the first topic that we're going to get tested on exam day. And ideally, this is the first topic that we want to study. So for math and statistics, it says it's going to cover about 8% of the total exam. 8%. It's going to be 8 to 12 questions. They grade on the low side. Let's say they're going to grade 8 questions out of the 100 total they grade. The exam is 110 questions, but they only grade 100 questions. 10 questions are pre-test items. They're testing for future exams. They do not count towards you or against you. Again, only 100 questions are graded. 10 questions are not graded, nor do they count against you or towards your score. Only 100 are graded. So this is about 8%. We are given the exam tip here. And also we have a study checklist. So the study checklist has it for each topic. Keep in mind, I want you to go one topic at a time, one section at a time. The section is going to be math and statistics, and you're not going to worry about the other sections. Ignore them. Ignore it. Move slow. Move in small little steps. One topic at a time, one practice problem at a time. So we have analytic geometry. That's going to be the first topic. And for that, we want to cover the theory and the concept, which a lot of my students do use in the Direct Hub course by looking at the lesson material. It's going to help expose them to images, definitions, diagrams, certain practice problems. So we have to know the basic theory and concept, but don't worry too much, because for the most part, that's going to be actually learned when we're doing practice problems. If we're doing them the right way, if we're really struggling through these problems and not taking shortcuts, not peeking at the solution too early, and not memorizing steps. You have to develop your own problem solving. You have to make mistakes. We have to struggle, and that's okay. That's how we learn, through practice problems. Practice problems is the best way to prepare for this FE exam. And as you do practice problems, you're going to also naturally cover the theory and the concepts. Sometimes we have to know basic definitions and also, let's say, certain concepts, definitions, how variables relate. We covered that in the course. That's something we have to learn as well. And flashcards is a great way to learn definitions. I do have a video I'll link below on how to learn the concepts the best for the Civil FE exam. And it's actually tested commonly nowadays as well. So we're going to go section by section, topic by topic. This is the second topic. We're going to try to cover the theory and the concept as we do practice problems. So we're going to check off both. Vector operations, same process. Then under statistics, we have 3 different subtopics. So statistics is the topic, the big topic. Under that, we have subtopics. We have distributions we have to cover. Normal, t-distributions, likely, or only the 2. We have to know the theory and the concept through practice problems. Practice problems are key for this exam. Regression curve fitting, mean, mode, standard deviation, and confidence interval. So we're going to make sure we check all of these off. If we're doing these and we're doing practice problems for each topic, we're set to go. So we want to do that, write our notes, build our summary sheets for later review. So that's for math and statistics. And here we have a big wins to improve. Write your big wins. Write what you're good at. Be proud of being good at stuff. Write that down. Reward yourself with a nice break, with a nice, let's say, gathering with friends, family, a nice meal. The little things are important. So always reward yourself and know what you're good at. Write that down and be proud of that. Now to improve, that's also important. The weaknesses, we want to write that down. Is it a unit conversion? Or maybe it's a specific topic. Maybe distributions gave you a hard time. And maybe you want to get more specific. You always want to get more specific in terms of the weaknesses. What is it about distributions? Is it normal distribution? Is it finding the z-score? You'll get into that as you practice. So be specific with your weaknesses and know those, because as you finish the topic, you want to focus on those weaknesses. If you're strong in areas you don't really want to spend that much time, you do want to review it, but the weaknesses are important to list, and we want to actually turn those weaknesses into strengths. So that's what we can do in that to improve. No, that's just for the weaknesses. Always keep track of that. Now we have an equation sheet. So you can think of this as an equation or summary sheet. You can do this for each section, in this case, math and statistics, and you can print more of these. Some sections will have a lot of equation sheets, so you can print more of these for math and statistics. If you do have a lot of equations, keep in mind for the FE exam, the equations that we're going to use are mainly in the latest FE handbook. So don't worry too much about writing those equations. It doesn't make sense. They're in the handbook. We're going to apply them. The equations that we do want to write are ones we can write fast without referring to the handbook. I know that comes up later in other sections, and I teach that in the course. Let's say Q equals AV. The flow rate is the area times velocity. It doesn't make sense to go in the handbook to actually look up that. the continuity equation. Doesn't make sense. Even let's say the Bernoulli equation. F equals ma, the statics equilibrium. Things like that are what you want to write in the equation sheet. Equations you can remember fast, write down fast to save time on exam day. That's exam day strategy we're going to use. So we're going to save time by memorizing or knowing certain equations. We can put that in the equation sheet, and also we can put concepts, definitions, pictures. I love images. I always encourage my students to draw images, visualize what's really going on, maybe a diagram that relates variables. How is this related to that? How is the Froude number going to increase when the velocity goes up? Froude number is critical when? Concepts like that. So you do want to engage your active learning by building these equation or summary sheets. And you're going to use these for later review. These are absolutely good to have for later review when you review each topic or each section. So we have that, and then we can start planning our week. So this planner is based on a weekly schedule planner. The topic checklist for the Excel sheet has a weekly and a monthly if you're interested in that. But here, this is all weekly. We can go Monday through Sunday. We can put some notes and we can start planning out our week. When we plan this, we have to know what we're going to study, and we're going to keep it realistic. What specific topic are we going to study? Where are we going to study? An environment that doesn't allow us to get easily distracted, where we're fully focused. How long? Keep your study session short. Don't go 3 hours at the very beginning, even 2 hours. Doesn't make sense. That's way too much, especially if you're starting at the beginning and you've been out of school for some time. Ease into it. Slowly and gradually, you're going to increase your study time. I suggest applying the Pomodoro study technique. I'll link that below to have short study time blocks. Let's say you do 30 minutes, then you take a 5-minute break. Then repeat that 30, 5-minute break. Then with time, you're going to increase that. 45 minutes, 5-minute break. 45 minutes, 5-minute break. Then 1 hour, let's say 10-minute break. 1 hour, 10-minute break. Short study time blocks are key. Do not go way overboard doing 3 hours, 4 hours, especially at the beginning. You're going to naturally increase your study time, and you will get used to studying as you build those solid quality study habits. So we're going to do that for each week. Write the topic, write the specific problems we're going to do. Aim for a goal. Even if you don't hit that goal, that's okay. We're going to be realistic. Aim, let's say I want to do 5 practice problems for analytic geometry. Put that as a goal and write it down. Keep it simple. Make that your goal for that day and have a goal for the overall week. So you're going to do this Monday through Sunday. I highly recommend taking a day off where you do not study, just to get your mind off of this exam and to get a break that you need. Breaks are crucial to retaining this information and to keep your sanity. You're not just going to think about the exam all day, every day. You have a life, you have a family, you have work. It's just too much. So for me, I recommend taking a day where you do not study. Just ease, relax, and get your mind off of this exam. That's going to help you actually retain information. When you're thinking about other things, your brain is doing the work by building those neural pathways, the connections. That's important. So always take breaks. Even if you do it, let's say during the week, always take those breaks. Relax. They're necessary. They're needed for long-term retention. So we do that for each week, and you're going to do that really for all the topics. One section at a time, one topic at a time. Always remember that. So we have that for ethics, and then we have a study tips, study checklist, big wins to improve, equation sheet. Ethics it's going to be more definitions for the equation sheet, and we keep doing that for engineering economics. Definitely, we will have an equation sheet, figures, diagrams, time, value of money, all of that fun stuff. Statics, you will have this very important section. Essentially, all the first section topics, morning topics, are crucial to know. So we have that topic checklist, dynamics, equation sheet, and you're going to get this for all the Civil FE exam sections. And at the very end, we're going to end at the last section, which is the construction. So at the end, we have the construction engineering. We do have the topics we need to study and equation sheet and a weekly schedule planner. So you can download this in the link below.